In today's show, Bitcoin regains yearly open as trader says $50,000 next week might be likely. That's right. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis and quoting Plan B here. Bitcoin RSI bouncing back up, Bitcoin 25% below all-time high levels. And as crypto analyst Mikhail Vande-Pop shares here, crucial area held up for Bitcoin, in which continuation upwards seems likely. If we visit the $45,000 range again, I think it's a sign of weakness and we'll go to the $40,000 area. If we don't, then $50,000 next week might be likely. Send it. And as shared here by Pompliano, the 19th million Bitcoin was just mined, only 2 million more Bitcoin to go. And as on-chain analyst Dylan Leclerc shares, 90.47% of the supply is in circulation. And quoting Dennis Porter, the first 19 million Bitcoin were mined in 13 years. The next 2 million Bitcoin will take 120 years. Scarcity intensifying. And Peter Schiff finally admits to being Satoshi Nakamoto in this April Fool's tweet. I admit it, you guys are right. I am Satoshi. Not only am I hodling billions worth of Bitcoin, but I'm still buying. That's why I constantly bash Bitcoin. I'm hoping weak hands will sell so I can buy more. My goal is to own all 21 million so I can have the moon all to myself. Also in today's show, Bitcoin network difficulty reaches all-time high as miners pursue 2 million BTC. That's right, just when Bitcoin miners helped release the 19th million Bitcoin in circulation on Friday, the Bitcoin network's mining difficulty reciprocated by reaching an all-time high of 28.587 trillion. Let's go. Also in today's show, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz proposes bill to prohibit the federal government from using Cbdc as surveillance tool. That's right, much respect to Senator Ted Cruz of Texas for proposing this bill that would prevent the U.S. government from developing a central bank digital currency that would be used to monitor the financial transactions of American citizens. Also in today's show, analyst gives new $80,000 Bitcoin price target, as well as Vaneck analyst predicts $4.8 million per coin for the Bitcoin price. Quoting Mike Alfred here, asset manager Vaneck says the Bitcoin price implied by global monetary base in M2 is between $1.3 and $4.8 million if it replaces fiat currency reserves as the next global reserve asset. Also in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, and all the major alts are currently pumping and in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price. If you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And today's episode is brought to you by BlockFi, the #1 leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. And right now you can get up to $250 in Bitcoin when you buy crypto or fund your account today with BlockFi. Be sure to use my referral link in the description right down below. Right now there are more than 500,000 people and 350 institutions globally using BlockFi to manage over $10 billion in assets. And here are some of their flagship products, which includes their trading platform where you can buy, sell, and trade the top cryptocurrencies. You can do instant trades with ACH. You can trade 24/7, 365. Another flagship product I love is their BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card, where you can earn an unlimited 1.5% back in Bitcoin on everything you buy. There are no annual fees, no foreign transaction fees, and you can see if you're approved with no impact to your credit score. Also like to point out, for your first 90 days, you're actually going to earn 3.5% Bitcoin back on all your purchases, truly making this a no-brainer. So go ahead and click my referral link in the description right down below to get up to $250 in Bitcoin, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, broadcasting live from a hotel from the beaches of Puerto Rico, and we have a lot to cover as usual, so let's dive right in. Bitcoin consolidated above the 2022 yearly open this morning on April 2nd. After a return, the form briefly saw the bulls reclaim $47,000. Right here, you're looking at the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Now, data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Bitcoin circling 46,600 on Saturday on back of a clear bounce at long-term support. Now, the Bitcoin USD pair had dipped to lows of around 44,300 on Friday. These nonetheless short-lived as positive sentiment took control into the Wall Street Open, and for crypto analyst Mikhail Vande-Pop, with intent to retain newly flipped support confirmed, the odds were on for an attack on $50,000. As he shares here on crypto Twitter, crucial area held up for Bitcoin, in which continuation upwards seems likely. If we visit the $45,000 range again, I think it's a sign of weakness and we'll go $40,000 area. If we don't, then $50,000 next week might be likely. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analysts. And for Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, he noted continued strength in Bitcoin's relative strength index, better known as the RSI, as he shares here. Bitcoin RSI bouncing back up, Bitcoin 25% below all-time high levels. Let's freaking go. And over the course of March, one on-chain metric began to deliver ever stronger buy signals. For the King Crypto, we're talking about reserve risk, which offers an indication of when to invest in order to guarantee outsized returns over time, remained in its target zone this weekend after more than 4 weeks. And while showing signs of trending up, reserve risk hinted that the recent price action rises were not the end of the story on the higher time frames, which you can clearly see in this chart, brought to you by Glassnode Analytics. And as Pompliano shares here, the 19th million Bitcoin was just mine. Let's celebrate. Make some noise in the comments below. Only 2 million more Bitcoin to go. And as on-chain analyst Dylan LeClaire points out, 90.47% of the Bitcoin supply is already in circulation. And quoting Dennis Porter, the first 19 million Bitcoin were mined in 13 years. The next 2 million Bitcoin will take 120 years. Scarcity intensifying. That's right, Bitcoin supply shock incoming. And Peter Schiff finally admitting to being Satoshi Nakamoto in his April Fool's tweet, which literally got over 25,500 likes. Here's what he wrote. I admit it. You guys are right. I am Satoshi. Not only am I hodling billions worth of Bitcoin, but I am still buying. That's why I constantly bash Bitcoin. I'm hoping weak hands will sell so I can buy more. My goal is to own all 21 million so I can have the moon all to myself. And crypto Twitter knew this all along, as Pompliano speaks for us. Knew it. So there you have it. And before I break down next story of the day, Bitcoin network difficulty reaches all-time high as miners pursue 2 million BTC. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, all the major cryptocurrencies are currently pumping and in the green, with Bitcoin up 3% for the day, trading just above $46,800. We have Ether up almost 6%, trading back above $3,500, while Solana, Avalanche, Polkadot, Luna, Binance Coin, Cardano, and XRP are all pumping and in the green. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Just when Bitcoin miners helped release the 19th million Bitcoin in circulation on Friday, the Bitcoin network's mining difficulty reciprocated by reaching an all-time high of 28.587 trillion. Bitcoin's network difficulty correlates to the computational power required to mine Bitcoin blocks, which currently demands an estimated hash rate of 201.84 exahashes per second, according to data from blockchain.com. Now, supporting the spike in the network difficulty, Bitcoin's hash rate maintained a strong hold throughout the year, while breaking into an all-time high of 248.11 exahashes per second on February 13th. Now, a higher hash rate ensures resilience against double spending attacks, which is the process of reversing Bitcoin transactions over the blockchain by contributing to at least 51% of the Bitcoin hash rate. Now, back on March 4th, roughly a month before reaching an all-time high, the Bitcoin network difficulty experienced a slight decline from 27.96 trillion to 27.55 trillion, which eventually fell down to 27.45 trillion until March 30th. Prior to that, the resilient Bitcoin network grew consistently since July of 2021, and with just 2 million Bitcoin left to be mined as rewards and an influx of Bitcoin miners from across the world, the Bitcoin network is expected to increasingly grow stronger as it supports the thriving community. It is estimated that the remaining 2 million Bitcoin out of the total supply of 21 million will be eventually mined roughly by the year 2140, owing to the factors including the Bitcoin halving. And on March 30th, a Terra wallet belonging to the Luna Foundation Guard amassed 139 million in BTC, bringing its total coffers up to 31,000 BTC, worth approximately $1.5 billion. As the Bitcoin archive points out here, breaking, Terra just bought another 2,943 Bitcoin for $139 million in response to Terra's own post, just getting started. Let's freaking go. Also like to point out that the Terra/Luna Foundation pledged to purchase $10 billion in Bitcoin to back their UST stablecoin. So yeah, income and supply shock. Watch out. And before I break down next story of the day, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz proposes bill to prohibit federal government from using Cbdc as surveillance tool. That's right. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just above $2.16 trillion with $121 billion in volume. In the past 24 hours, the current Bitcoin dominance is 40.9%, with the Ether dominance at 19.4%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past 24 hours, we have Moonbeam up a whopping 72%, trading at $5.30, followed by Near Protocol up 20%, trading at $15.90, followed by CVX up 18%, trading at $33.64. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the week, you can see GMT up a whopping 258%. You got Zilliqa up 247%, 7%, SKL up over 87%, and GLMR up 79.3%. And as you can see, a sea of green of crypto gainers for the week. And checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 52 out of 100, which is neutral. Yesterday a 50, last week a 51, and last month a 39 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. I want to give a quick shout out to iTrust Capital, the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $3.5 billion in transactions. If you're looking to trade crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. And yes, they are backed by the world's leading institutional cold storage provider, Coinbase Custody, with a $320 million insurance policy. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below to take advantage of the #1 crypto IRA provider in America. And if you sign up today, you're going to receive a $100 funding reward as a free bonus. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below, and let's start stacking those sats tax-free. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. United States Senator Ted Cruz of Texas is proposing a bill that would prevent the U.S. government from developing a central bank digital currency, better known as Cbdc, that could be used to monitor the financial transactions of American citizens. According to the press release, Cruz introduces the bill as a complementary piece to Representative Tom Emmer's legislation calling for the prohibition of the government from directly issuing a Cbdc to individual consumers. Cruz says the bill aims to stifle any attempts the government would take to centralize cryptocurrencies. Quoting him here, the federal government has the ability to encourage and nurture innovation in the cryptocurrency space or to completely devastate it. This bill goes a long way in making sure big government doesn't attempt to centralize and control cryptocurrency so that it can continue to thrive and prosper in the United States. We would be empowering entrepreneurs, enabling innovation, and increasing individual freedom, not stifling it. Now, Emmer says that he supports Cruz's bill because it would prevent the United States from becoming like China and spying on its citizens. Quoting him here, I'm glad Senator Cruz has agreed to offer a Senate companion to my legislation limiting the Fed's authorities. The Fed must only craft a Cbdc framework that is open, permissionless, and private, meaning any digital dollar must be accessible to all, transact on a blockchain that is transparent to all, and maintain the privacy elements of cash. Anything less puts Americans on the road to Chinese Communist Party style financial authoritarianism. He ain't telling no lies. So much respect to Senator Ted Cruz. And before I break down our final story of the day and we discuss crypto analysts giving a new $80,000 Bitcoin price target here in the near term, as well as Vaneck analysts predicting $4.8 million per coin for the King crypto. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,100 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store, now live at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can find me on all the major podcasting platforms from Spotify to Apple's iTunes. And if you're listening to the pod, be sure to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok. So wherever you're at, be sure to plug in and follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. We have crypto analyst Crypto Ed, who said he is now very bullish on Bitcoin and says we're moving to a stage when we're likely to see a shallow correction, though we can't quite expect a big upswing yet. His technical analysis shows that a big drop is still possible, but the trader still has strong doubts that this will happen. In fact, he says he now has a target of $80,000 per coin for the King crypto. However, he says that there are several steps Bitcoin needs to take before it can push to what would be a new high. Now, here's the bottom line. The crypto industry is relatively new and unregulated, and it's often difficult to find solid ways to value individual assets. As a result, there are many price predictions for Bitcoin. We have ARK Investors' Kathy Wood, who believes it will exceed $1 million by the year 2030. That's right, $1 million per coin, just FYI. And crypto skeptic Peter Schiff has said it would fall below $10,000 and even eventually go to zero. But we all know Peter Schiff is notorious for spreading FUD. So in the short term, there's a lot of unknowns, obviously. These include increased regulatory scrutiny, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and the Fed's economic tightening measures. Although these could push the Bitcoin price back down, but it's almost impossible to predict exactly what impact they might have. All I know is expect more short-term volatility as we've always experienced with Bitcoin, but long-term, we already know the trajectory is heading to the moon. Now let's discuss Vaneck's analysis predicting $4.8 million per coin for the Bitcoin price, as well as Bitcoin becoming the global reserve asset. Now, the long-term outlook remains incredibly bullish for the king crypto and enthusiasts alike, including Vaneck, the ETF and mutual fund manager, predicting Bitcoin will reach up to $4.8 million if it becomes the global reserve asset. This theory is based on the idea that central banks may diversify their reserves. A Vaneck analyst said central banks are likely to change their reserve mix to the detriment of dollars to euros and yen, and the enhancement of something else to one extent or another. As a result, some central banks and private actors will be diversifying their reserves. The current geopolitical crisis has meant that Russia is already considering different currencies, including Bitcoin, to transact for oil with their friendly partners, China and Turkey. We also have banking giant Citi announced an astounding prediction relating to the crypto market and Web3. Citi released a Global Perspectives and Solutions report titled Metaverse and Money, Decrypting the Future just yesterday, and this report predicted that the total market for the metaverse economy could grow to between $8 trillion and $13 trillion by 2030. Like, whoa. And furthermore, they expect that the number of metaverse users could grow up to 5 billion people. This demonstrates the potential upside of being early in metaverse projects that are successful in capturing market share. And quoting Mike Alfred here, asset manager Vaneck says the Bitcoin price implied by the global monetary base in M2 is between 1.3 and 4.8 million dollars if it replaces fiat currency reserves as the next global reserve asset. Let me know if you feel this is the possibility for Bitcoin to become a global world reserve asset, and by what year. Let me know in the comments right down below. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin regains yearly open as trader says $50,000 next week might be likely. Also in today's show, we discussed the Bitcoin network difficulty reaching all-time high as miners pursue 2 million BTC, as well as U.S. Senator Ted Cruz proposes bill to prohibit federal government from using Cbdc as surveillance tool. And we also discussed an $80,000 Bitcoin price target by Crypto Ed, as well as Vaneck predicting $4.8 million per coin for the king crypto. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. No Money G wrote, stacking sats. Damn, I missed the live by 30 minutes. Always direct and awesome news. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I premiered extra early because I was on the go, but cheers fam, all good in the crypto hood. I appreciate your continued support. As always fam, hodl. And our next featured comment comes from Free Jedi, who wrote, I don't care about the price of Bitcoin as long as the Chinese yuan doesn't become the world's reserve currency. Touche, fam. And our third and final featured comment comes from the Coin Father, who wrote, missed it live, was busy watching my altcoins moving on up, was hoping to pull back to $42,000 Bitcoin, but when you're long right now, it's a great price. BTFD, hodl on. That's right, fam. You got it. Sit tight. We head into the moon. Keep stacking them stats and hodl. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.